Hi everyone, welcome along to another edition of PHTV. You know when you go to a restaurant and you pick up a menu and there's a little item down there that some people aren't afraid to try? That is what Jo McLaren is all about. Lovely to see you, Jo.
Great to see you too.
I use that analogy with food because that's what you're like when it comes to travel too. You hear of these places and you think, gee, I'm interested. Jo McLaren's the person that will take you there. And today it's a beautiful chance to do that because we're discovering Persia.
We are.
Now we all know the name Persia, but we don't know a lot about it. Tell us what to expect.
Well, Persia is Iran, and it's, if anyone saw the Joanna Lumley SBS series last year and followed, it's part of the Silk Route,
yep.
So between China and Europe, and I've said to people have said, where are you going next? And I said, well, we're travelling across the Silk Road and we've been through Central Asia, we were there in the 5 stands last year, and we're going further across into beautiful Persia and Iran. And so one of the highlights for, and people may, as I said, if anyone saw the Joanna Lumley series, she was just overwhelmed, and as are all travellers when they go to this amazing country, of the warmth of the people, and it is in their culture. It is, you've got to learn to say no thank you, no thank you, no thank you, because they keep wanting to offer you something, to give you, and that is genuine hospitality. It's ingrained into their culture. And they're very, very proud of that. So we're going to a country of incredible poets, and literacy is really important. And so such a well-educated, polite, some of the most magnificent buildings and squares and ancient. I mean, Persian culture was the biggest empire the world had ever known in ancient times, all the way from Ethiopia in Africa through Egypt into the Mediterranean, and then all the way to the Indus or the Himalayas, so in towards India, so massive. And the Iranians, or the Persian, and we call it Persia because some of the antiquities, Persepolis and Isfahan and Shiraz, and some of these beautiful, beautiful cities we go to are all capitals. Now these were capitals like Rome and like Olympia and like Egypt, and you're standing in front of a magnificent architecture that it's just such a privilege to be there. You're in wonder of, in Isfahan, we're standing in front of one of the largest squares in the world. And it is stunning. You're just overwhelmed. You stand there and there's these beautiful mosques and all these amazing, polite people asking, can I help you? Where would you like to go? You're looking for the bazaar. Did you want to look in the old palaces and the mosques, and can I help you? And you kind of go like that, and then you realise they genuinely want to help you and be there.
I told you she was excited. So Joanna Lumley going one way, you're going the other way. What kind of traveller would enjoy this trip with you to Persia?
A traveller of whom really appreciates a culturally rich, and we're sensitive, respectful travellers when we go to countries like this, and it's not for any other reason, only that just let it surround you. Just be and sit on a park bench in a magnificent garden with the aqueducts, or sit with the students in one of the squares and listening to them quote some of their famous poets, and watch a family in a park and just let it all immerse. And walking past a tea house and watching the excitement of the locals just meeting over tea. Alcohol's banned. Officially.
Okay.
And so any traveller really, we've got travellers coming with us on this fully escorted group tour in late September, of whom curious about a wonderful destination they've heard about. Perhaps they're going back because prior to the revolution in 1979, when the Shah was overthrown, a lot of people, BHP was there, a lot of Australians have actually worked in Iran and lived in Iran. And I've got colleagues, friends, family, of whom have gone back again because they lived and worked and that was part of their life. So
check it out.
Yes, it's wonderful.
So it ticks every box too in terms of delicious food, beautiful climate and architecture to die for.
Think of pomegranates and rosewater and nougat and sweets to die for. And even the kebab. If anyone's been to Turkey and they're conscious of, or they've enjoyed beautiful Turkish food, a little bit of influence there. And but when you say kebabs, it's not that fatty, slice off the meat. It's just so beautiful. And if you're vegetarian, the eggplants and the beautiful juices, and gorgeous, and nuts and...
She's so excited. I don't think we can wait till September. Find out more how you can discover Persia with the lovely Jo McLaren at Phil Hoffman Travel. There are 10 offices around town. pht.com.au. Keep checking the social media channels.